Good morning, and welcome to Daily Disciplines. I wanted to make just a couple of more comments on the last category that we talked about yesterday on our podcast, that matter of poor prioritization habits. You know, there are some things about that I observe to be true of a lot of people, and certainly I've experienced it myself, and so it became important as I'm thinking through what we've talked about to kind of touch another base on that one. We sometimes tend to over or underestimate the degree of difficulty that's involved in a task or an endeavor that we are set upon. And when we over or underestimate the degree of difficulty or the amount of time, we put ourselves in a position of being tempted to procrastinate. If we underestimate the degree of difficulty or the amount of time that actually it will take to accomplish a task, there come a point in time when we try to ignore the task because it just has become overwhelming because we underestimate it. I don't know about you, but there are many times when I've underestimated the amount of time it's going to take to do a particular job. And when I then begin the actual process, and I know that I'm up against a time factor, there is a tendency to want to just get away from it, to not have to deal with it. And that leads to procrastination, which just makes the problem worse. We spend too much time researching or choosing a task or an endeavor or exactly what it is that we're after, rather than getting to it. So the thing that we need to keep in mind in terms of priorities and scheduling that so that we don't procrastinate through it is to be a little bit more realistic in terms of our assessment of the degree of difficulty and the amount of time that will be required. It's interesting also that in this whole area of procrastination, we sometimes feel like we need to get away from it. We need to take a break. When really it's just procrastinating from having to do something we don't want to do or something that we have underestimated, and it's just become overwhelming. So I work with myself to be careful in those areas. There are some common rationalizations that people make. I'll just share a few of those with you and we'll move on. Some say I'm more productive when I work under pressure, so I'm postponing all my work until the pressure builds up, and then I'll get it done easily. I got to get enough pressure to cause me to do something. Rationalization. I don't know how to do this problem, so I'm waiting until I know how before I get to it. Rationalization. The task isn't getting done because I really don't want to do it. And that's the honest truth. Rationalization. Relax. The world isn't going to come to an end if I don't get this done. Rationalization. You fill in the blanks. There are more. I've got pages of them here. But what about you? One final thought for today. We've talked about procrastination. We've defined it. We've talked about its consequences. We've talked about some of the reasons for which we do it. I say, well, Skip, isn't there something more? Yes, there is. What do we do about it? How do we handle it? That's where we're going next time. Have a great day. We'll talk again real soon.